saying rotation is locked. Okay. No. Bruh. Why is it saying rotation is locked? How do I... Rotation off. Rotation on. Hello, hello, hello. Hi guys, I'm trying to get my live to rotate. How are you guys seeing the video? Is it like straight up or like I'm doing the live on my phone but it's telling me that the rotation is locked and I need to rotate my phone back, but I'm confused because it is rotating. You know what I mean? But how is it coming up? Is it straight or is it turned sideways? It's horizontal. So why is it telling me that? Okay, so we're good then, right? We're fine. Are we fine? As long as it's not like in the what do you call it, vertical, then we should be fine. Horizontal. Hi guys. I decided, oh, it's vertical. I don't know what to do. Hold on. I turned my thing off but I don't know how to fix it. And this is a camera, so rotation off. Do I cuss? What do you mean? Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't want you to have to turn your phone sideways. I want you to be able to just watch the video horizontally, you know, like I want it to come up horizontally. Because if you're watching it on your... I see some people I need to block already because what are you even talking about? But anyways, yeah, I don't want you guys to have to turn your phones. You know what I mean? Because if you're watching it on the TV, I want it to come up horizontally. But I don't know what to do. This is stressful. Yeah, I turned it horizontally, which is what I want you guys to be able to watch the video in. Like, you know how you watch my vlogs horizontally? I want you guys to be able to watch the live horizontally, but it's saying that the orientation is locked. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's like a settings thing. Let's see. I don't think there's anything that I can do though, like in the actual video. No, I definitely think it's in the wrong format because I think the comments would have come up horizontally for me as well. You know what I mean? It is? Alright, well, we'll see. But hi guys, I haven't done a live in a long time, and every time I do a live I kind of end them quickly because I kind of I'm very shy about it because I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm talking to myself. It's okay, I hope it is. But I mean, I don't really have like much to talk about. I just wanted to say hi to you guys because I know a lot of people joined the channel recently, and I thought it would be nice to do a live and talk to you guys. Is the audio good? Which country am I from? I'm from Jamaica. Let me go back through the comments. That person is waiting for a block. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, it's vertical on TV. Ciao. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Because if I turn my phone this way, it's, I don't know, like that would be kind of weird, I feel like. Because I turned my thing. Anyways, guys. Whatever. I give up. I give up. Oh, I said I was gonna play music in the background so it's not just me and my silence. Somewhat. I feel like I'm getting people into the live that aren't subscribed to the channel because the comments are a little weird. But yeah, I made the decision to come live yesterday, and with no big plans on what to talk about. I just wanted to vibe. But I wanted to ask you guys about Patreon though. I don't know if you guys know about Patreon. I was thinking of starting a Patreon where I could put like not a lot of extra content, but maybe like little like extra content, like things to do. Yeah, I think they're bots. Things to do, and then also it would be a way to support the channel as well, because I don't have channel membership, and I don't know why I can't have channel membership. I think it's because I'm in Jamaica, but I know of somebody that has channel membership in Jamaica, so I'm not really sure what that's about. But it is what it is, it's fine. So I was thinking about doing that. But you guys can let me know what you think about it. I have like some ideas, but they're not concrete, and I mean realistically I don't know if I would be posting that much over there other than like maybe things to do or to like snippets, photos, just extra content that I wouldn't be able to post on YouTube, or I feel like kind of goes by in the community tab on YouTube. But you guys can let me know what you think. Also for vlogs, I have like three vlogs that I'm editing at the same time right now. I'm very proud of myself because I feel like I feel like I'm somewhat ahead of content now. I'm not like vlogging this week and then trying to get the vlog out the same Monday. I now have like 3 vlogs that I can edit and put out for the next 3 weeks, which makes me very happy. Even though it won't be like super what would I say, like up to date, but it will be somewhat up to date, like maybe a week or 2 behind, but that's not too bad, right? And plus you guys will just know that you have content every week, and I'm very proud of myself for being consistent. It's been a long time coming. It took me a long time to get here. We've been consistent since December. I think the last 2, was it the last 2 weeks of December or the last week in December, because I had dropped 2 videos I think back to back the last week of December to close out the year, and then I started fresh in January, and I've been consistent ever since. And today's March 1st, right? Yes, proud of myself. You're a month behind. Oh my god, girl. But I mean, a month behind is what, 4 videos? Not too bad. I mean, some of the videos are short. Some of them are like 8 minutes, some of them are like 20 something minutes. I try to do long vlogs, but by the time I finish editing, I will think that a vlog is going to be like 30 to 40 minutes long because of the amount of footage, but by the time I edit it down, it's like 12 minutes. So some of them aren't that long, and I know that some of you guys prefer longer vlogs. I do try to give longer vlogs sometimes, to be honest, but it just depends on like how it edits down. I don't give short vlogs on purpose, I promise. And I was vlogging earlier before I came on this live as well. And I almost canceled the live. Quality over quantity, yes, that's what I think too. That is also why I want to edit the videos and kind of have them uploaded on YouTube and ready to go on Mondays, because I think it will give me more time to think about like the videos that I'm putting out, take time to edit them as well, because a lot of the times I feel like I'm rushing sometimes with the edits to get things out. But I think the last month or so, I think I've been doing well in terms of taking my time to edit the videos, because sometimes the first half of the video will be like perfectly edited, and then the second half is like just to try and get it out. And I don't know if it shows, I don't know if you guys can pick that up, but sometimes that is really what happens, and I don't like that. I want it to feel consistent, you know, like the vibe to be consistent. Good to see you live. Should I come live more? Should I come live more? I don't know if I would though. I'd feel too awkward. I'm shy, guys. I'm playing music, and I'm playing it off of Epidemic, which is where I get my music for my vlogs from, because I don't want to get copyright. And I don't know how the live go with playing music, because I feel like it might cut the live off like Instagram. Robert Clark. Mr. Robert Clark, are you family? Why is your last name Clark? I have Clark in my family. Are you a family member? Because I know I have some families that watch my vlogs but they don't comment. Mr. Clark? Speaking of music though, it's kind of funny. I've been seeing a lot more comments about my music choices in the vlogs, and to be very honest with you guys, I remember when I just started like transitioning with the type of music that I put into the vlogs like some time ago. I was thinking to myself like, man, people that must think that the music boring. Like my music choices are so boring, you know, because I was thinking to myself that my music is very, I don't want to say it's very niched, but because my content is based in Jamaica, I feel like people have this idea of what they think the vlogs are gonna be like, and then they're not like that, and then my music choice is not like that. So I was very apprehensive, but I felt like the music choices that I make now are more me, but I just feel like people would think it's so boring and whatever. But it's nice to see that people do enjoy the music choices that I make in the vlogs, because I was like, the people must think it's elevator music. Like, why does Carla use elevator music in our vlog then? It's so boring. But it's nice to see that people have been enjoying it. It means a lot to me. Could be Robert. Well, Clark is a very popular name, so there's that. I was gonna say something intrusive, but I'm not gonna say it on the live. But a lot of us have similar last names for a very specific reason, huh? But yes, it's nice to know that you guys enjoy the music and the vlogs. There was one thing that I wanted to talk about on the vlogs, but I can't, not on the vlogs, on the live, but I forgot already. And I didn't make a note of it. And it was something semi-important. But where are you guys from? Is everybody in this vlog in this live based in Jamaica? Where are you watching from? I want to know. Comment and tell me. you guys shy? Comment, I wanna know. I'm still trying to get the thing to rotate, but it's not working. Comment no. Why are you guys so shy? You can't be as shy as me, you know. Anyways, guys. Oh, you know one thing that I wanted to say too? I was thinking to myself that so many people are joining the, you know, our little space because of the Jamaica vlogs that I've been putting out, which is kind of funny because I felt for a long time I felt like my Jamaica content didn't really get much love. It was mostly when I traveled that people would watch those videos. But now, you know, the Jamaica content is getting more love. And I'm like, okay, so when I travel again, are people gonna be mad? Are people gonna enjoy that content as well? Like, are they here for the Jamaica videos, or are they genuinely here for me? Because suppose I go somewhere and I stay like a month, and all I'm posting for like, I don't know, for like a month is just like vlogs in another country, and be like, girl, get back to Jamaica right now. Oh my god. Where in Jamaica am I from? I'm from Kingston. You can't tell? I have a very Kingstonian accent. A very, very Kingstonian accent. I'm from Kingston. Every single parish in Jamaica has a different accent. So people usually know that I'm from Kingston right off the bat. But you know what's funny? Speaking of Jamaican accent, I only learned how diverse the accents were when I went to college in Portland. That is when I really learned the difference between the parishes, because me being Jamaican and living in Kingston, I've never been in like certain rural, super rural spaces, like maybe places in St. Elizabeth and things like that, and where people talk and I genuinely don't understand fully what they are saying because of certain words that they use. I didn't know that was possible, but I learned that because the school that I went to in Portland, it basically was a melting pot of people from across the island, because it's the only school that does agriculture and veterinary science in Jamaica. It's like the whole campus is focused on agricultural studies. So whether it's animal science or plant science, natural sciences, that school is dedicated to that. So everybody from all over the island goes there, right? And let me tell you something. uh, Hi. How was your interview? Was so good. I was all up in the comments, girl. I don't know if you could see the comments while you were on the radio though, but the interview was really good. I want a video on your experience at Case. Why did you choose there? Did I ever mention that I went to Case? Or is it, well, I just did, but I didn't say the name. Why did I choose there? Oh, that's lovely. I love that you were invited back. It was a good conversation, and the people in the comments were very intrigued. So I think it would be nice to see that conversation come up again. And it's so funny because some of the things that people are saying in the lives about, like, by the way guys, for the people that don't know what we're talking about repatriation back to Jamaica, right? People who leave Jamaica and come back and their experiences. There's a YouTube channel called Repatriation Stories. They're having a season 2 where they have stories from Jamaicans that came back. So Adriano. Is that how you pronounce this name, by the way, Adriano? In the comments right now, she does those stories and they're really good. So if you want to check that out on YouTube, you can. But yes, Robert, just like you, right? Away from Jamaica, you want to check out stories of people that came back to Jamaica and what that life is like. Mano, is that right? But yeah, if you want to check out those stories, then she does that. But yeah, I find that a lot of people that leave Jamaica and have been gone for a long time, they have a certain perception of what Jamaica is like, and sometimes I want to say things in my blogs, but I try to keep my blogs very neutral because I don't want to have people in my comments trying to have like certain conversations in my comments, because that's not what I'm trying to foster on my channel. But y'all can go have those conversations over on repatriation stories. Think you guys would enjoy that. Yes, repat stories. So yeah, a lot of people in the comments on Nationwide, she was on Nationwide what was it, like an hour ago, 2:30 to 3 p.m. and there was someone saying that, you know, coming back to Jamaica is what did she say, it's very dangerous coming back to live in Jamaica. And I was like, as I said, like, I try not to have those conversations on my channel per se because of certain comments that I know that I'm going to get, and I don't want to be tussling with anybody in the comments. But I find that a lot of times, let's just have a little segue now that we're doing a live. I find that a lot of the times people leave Jamaica a long time ago. Say they leave 10 years ago, I don't know, 15 years ago. They have not been back to Jamaica, but they consume media coming out of Jamaica. And of course, if you're consuming media, news media coming out of Jamaica, what kind of news everybody have upon them TV? Isn't it crime and what's happening? You're not really gonna see news about just the regular day-to-day. It's mostly gonna be about breaking news, crime stories, and it's gonna be about finance news and econ news. That's just how the news is. If you watch the news in any country, isn't that really what you get, right? I don't know. I mean, the media likes breaking news because that's what gets them views and clicks, right? And that's how it is wherever you go, right? So I find that people consume that and they're not really watching anything outside of that, and then that paints their overall image of what life is like on the ground in Jamaica. And I'm not saying that there aren't things happening, because that would be very naive and ignorant thinking. But I just feel like two things can be true at once, you know, like they're not mutually exclusive. You know, if you go to North America, there are things happening there too. There are certain states where are so bad, but people are still visiting it. People, you know what I love to talk about? I love to ask people about Paris. I'm like, Paris is the city of love, right? Everybody know Paris as the city of love, and everybody wants to visit Paris and see the Eiffel Tower. But the crime in Paris, why is it such a niche topic? Like, it's such a niche topic. Nobody talks about the robberies in Paris. Like, you cannot walk around in Paris with your phone in your hand. The people them have to strap their phones to their hands if they're gonna walk around with their phone in Paris. Okay, like, you will get pickpocketed like that in Paris. But all people think about is like, oh, the city of love and Eiffel Tower. Why Jamaica can't be the island of beaches and sand and Rastaman and we just keep it cute? Both can be true at the same time. Exactly my point. And I feel like a lot of the times it's mostly the diaspora that kind of cling on to the negative narratives and not talk about the positives, you know, when it comes on to Jamaica in particular. And it's people that have not been back. They leave, they don't come back, and they cling on to what they see the media show them and not what the other side is like. You know what I mean? It's a hot take. I know it's a hot take, but it's something that I've seen a lot. I've seen it all over social media. I get the comments sometimes on YouTube. You guys can check my comments. You see it every now and then. And it's just the truth. And I feel like it's like Jamaicans know that Jamaica has a crime issue. That's not that's not a secret. But it's like there's crime happening everywhere, and being in Jamaica, you know that a lot of the crimes that happen in Jamaica is very, it's very majority of it is gang stuff, majority. And if you're not in certain spaces, most of what you see on the media is not really, you know what I mean? But my point is that everywhere has its issues, and I feel like we need to just understand that the two things can be true at the same time. You know what I mean? That's just all I'm saying. I just feel like Jamaica gets this like the way people paint Jamaica and the way that people paint other places is just not the same. And Jamaica has a lot of the same issues that a lot of countries have, but Jamaica just gets this. Nobody talks about, I don't really hear people talk about Bahamas as like a bad place either. Bahamas is like this beautiful place, you know, but Bahamas is not any better. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that. I'm just like, let's, anyways. Oh, and you were asking me about case before I got sidetracked and went into that tangent. A video on my experience at case. Why did you choose there? Okay, so I actually I went to case because I was doing veterinary science, which is where my love for animals, I've always loved animals, and I wanted to do something in animal study, whether it was veterinary medicine, marine biology, zoology. That was my focus from when I was little, since I've ever known myself. And after high school, I went to case, and case, College of Agriculture Science and Education, is focused on, as I said, animal science and plant science, and it's the only place in Jamaica that does veterinary science studies. It's the only place I could go unless I was going overseas, and going overseas in the Caribbean didn't make sense because it's so stupid, but like, even if you study in the Caribbean, you have to get licensed again to study anywhere else outside the Caribbean. It's like a whole thing. So that was really frustrating, but that's why I went to case to do veterinary science. And I actually, after I left case, I was a veterinary technician for like a year and a half or so, and I worked in that space for about 2 years before switching to marketing. So yes, so when people comment and tell me how to take care of my cats, I side-eye them because I'm pretty sure I know more than you, because I'm a veterinary technician by trade. Well, not by trade. Is it by trade? By schooling? I went to school for veterinary medicine, so I know my thing. I know how to take care of my cat. Okay, thank you. What was the best part of your week? My best part of my week? The best part of my week was probably last Sunday, actually a week ago, at Kingston Art Walk, which is what you guys saw in the last vlog. That was the best part of my week. Sitting down and painting was the best part of my week. It meant a lot to me. The Americans I meet who's visited Jamaica told me it's not like the brochures. I was gagged. Definitely not. I feel like Jamaica, there are different sides to Jamaica. There's the super tourist side where it's just the beach and the resort, and you just stay on this resort and consume this very cookie cutter version of what Jamaica is. And then you have the version where you actually go outside the resort and you have somebody to really show you, you know, the best things to do. And then you have the other side where it's like, you know. But also, I think a lot of people, and this is why I want to do some content surrounding Jamaica. You guys can comment, let me know, like in my videos and stuff, what you want to see. But I know I want to do a video, well, a video series, like sit down videos like this, where I literally focus on coming to Jamaica and different parishes, which parish is best for you, because I think a lot of people don't, well, a lot of people outside Jamaica would not understand that every parish is a different experience. That's just how it is in Jamaica. It's kind of like in America, and you go to different states and every state is different. It's the same thing in Jamaica. So I was thinking to do something centered around that. I wanted to do just like an overall video of, like, you know, what to know coming here. I wanted to do one where I rank parishes, and then in terms of ranking parishes, like best to visit, best to visit based on different characteristics. And then I wanted to do one where I did like my maybe top 5 parishes, and then just break down each of them in a video, because I feel like there are a lot of underrated parishes and that I feel like more tourists should explore, Portland being one of those parishes. And I feel like most people go to Montego Bay, Ochi. I think Ochi and Mobe are the top place. Well, Trelawney as well, but Trelawney is lumped into the Montego Bay Ochi by the hotel addresses. But yeah, those two are the most popular, and then some people go to Negril for the beach, which Negril is up there for me too. But yeah, every parish is a different experience, you know. And Negril, yeah. So, and then Kingston, some people come to Kingston as well, and I think Kingston is underrated in a certain, I don't know how to explain it, but I do feel like Kingston is underrated. But I feel like a lot of people don't come to Kingston because they think it's too dangerous. But me personally, I feel like Mobe is more dangerous than Kingston. But I mean, it's a hot take. It's a hot take. It's a hot take. So I feel like if you can survive in Mobe, you can survive in Kingston. You'd love that? Yeah, I really want to do that, because I feel like it would be able to give each parish some love. Especially the underrated ones like Portland, St. Mary, St. Elizabeth. Like, those are so underrated. Like, true gems. And I feel like Portland has probably some of the best beaches outside of Negril. Portland has beautiful beaches, and Portland gives you this very secluded vibe, very intimate vibe. If you love the nature, you love being in the forest, you love being like in, yeah, if you love being in nature, Portland is a really good option. And Portland is my second favorite parish outside of St. Louis, outside of Westmoreland. Negril is my favorite. But a lot of tourists don't really go to Portland, but a lot of celebrities actually go to Portland, and most people don't know that. But most celebrities that come to Jamaica go to Portland because it's very secluded and private. They have a private airport as well in St. Mary. They just opened it up to commercial flights, like small commercial planes recently, but it has a airstrip that was mostly landing private jets for most of the years that it was operating. But that's where most celebrities go, Portland. So if you see somebody in Jamaica, like, they're probably in Portland or St. Mary, like that side, most of the time, unless they know Jamaica. Yes, Kingston is a city, and it's a city, but I still think it's underrated in the sense where there's a lot more to do in Kingston that people realize. I feel like, I mean, as a local living here, I feel like Kingston, I'm kind of over it already, but if you're visiting, it has a lot more to do than other parishes because it's a city, you know. And it has a really big music culture. If you like reggae music, I feel like there's a lot to see and explore in that space in Kingston. I think you really enjoy that. But as I said, every parish is niched. Ease of travel when it comes to these parishes. Yes, that's actually what I want to talk about too in the general video about Jamaica. And I mean, each parish I could break down transportation. I think that's probably the hardest thing with Jamaica, like visiting. Most people that come here, I know that a lot of people don't get to explore as much because it's kind of hard to get around if you don't rent a car. And honestly, renting a car is just going to be your best bet most of the time. But there's definitely ways you can go about it. There's this bus system called Knutsford Express. Knutsford Express is kind of like, if you're in the US, it's kind of like Greyhound, the Greyhound buses. Yeah, Knotsford is really good. It's comfortable and it's on time. It's perfect for if you're flying into Montego Bay and want to go to different parishes, or flying into Kingston and need to move around. Like, it goes, I think they go to every parish or almost every parish. So that's the good thing about it. And if you're staying at, you know, a specific parish, you can kind of try the accommodation, try to get you like a car or something from the bus station, wherever it is. But I'm gonna do like a whole in-depth video because it's a lot to talk about. That's why I kind of want to break it up, because if I was to sit and yap, the video would be like probably 2-3 hours long. So yeah, we have Uber as, yeah, we have Uber, and Uber to me is the safest ride share app that we have in Jamaica. That's what I personally use most of the time. I also have a driver that you guys would have probably seen in my vlogs now and then, and I have actually referred him to people that message me, like say on Instagram, and tell me that they're coming to Jamaica and they need a driver. He's who I recommend to them, and they've loved him as well. So if you're coming here and you want a driver, I can recommend him. He's who I personally use. But I use Uber though most of the time, like to move around Kingston, like between Kingston and Portmore. And I think Uber is also available in Utrecht and Montego Bay now, but there's not as many cars in those areas yet, which is the downside. But I think it will pick up. But Uber also, I think, has taxis on in Ochi and Mobay, but the taxi option that you see on our Jamaican Uber app is for Juta, and Juta is very expensive, so that's another thing. Why don't why you don't talk about your dating life? Do you choose to keep that totally private? Because I don't have a dating life. What's there to talk about? What are we talking about? The air? There's nothing to talk about. There's absolutely nothing to talk about. It's so funny because somebody recently came to Jamaica and they're like, what's dating like in Jamaica? Like, I want to know, because I hear all the bad things, and I'm like, yep, it's exactly what you heard. There's nothing else to say. That's just what it is. Yeah, I don't no. Yeah, we don't. Nope. We keep it cute. Don't come to Jamaica trying to find a husband, people. Well, you know, listen. It might happen for you, you know. It might happen. You never know. You never know. It might happen for you, but that's all I'm gonna say on that. Listen. They find you when you aren't looking. There you go. There you go. Hopefully it's a good one, but there you go. I'm definitely not looking. And do I want to be found? Not really. Not really. But yeah, I definitely want to do those videos. The reason why I haven't filmed them yet is because I literally need to sit and script out all of them, because there's a lot of information and I want to make sure that I cover everything, so I don't have to be doing a part 2. You know, I just want everything to be in the one video and for it to be easily like digestible, you know. Meetups, I'm shy. Thank you, I appreciate that. Maybe in the future, I don't know. I don't see anybody coming to that. Maybe in the future though, I don't know, we'll see. Because I mean, people have asked me about doing tours here, but I don't really see myself doing that. I'm too shy for that. But what I want to do is offer itineraries, and that will be a part of the video series that I do, and I want to be able to give you proper things to do in each parish. So it's gonna take me a while, but hopefully by next week I can post the first video, because I'm very passionate. Listen, I'm very passionate about Jamaica, you know, because I feel like I'm ready to tussle sometime when people come in the comments, and I have to keep it really cute because I feel like people just always have the most to say. And I'm just like, listen, if you don't like Jamaica, don't watch my videos, and don't come in the comment section to tell me how Jamaica this and Jamaica that. Stay where you are if Jamaica is too unsafe for you. Yes, I'm gonna do it because I think most people do itineraries for like the super touristy parishes, and that's completely fine, you know what I mean? But I feel like people would appreciate having a bigger idea of what really is there to do in every single parish of Jamaica, and being able to tailor each parish would be really nice, I think, because as I say, I'm very passionate about the island, and I feel like Jamaica, I still think Jamaica is a little underrated, and a lot of people come here and they do the things that they see on TikTok and whatever, and that might not live up to their expectations because I don't know, like, yeah, like I want it to feel a little bit more local. And I mean, by the way, there's nothing wrong with coming to Jamaica and doing like the tourist stuff, because there are a lot of nice tourist things to do in Jamaica, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of nice, I like doing some of the tourist things, and sometimes if you watch my vlogs you see me doing the tourist things because it's fun and it's nice. But I want to give like a full experience by parish, because as I said, every parish has something to offer, and every parish I feel like is very niched, you know, in what you can do there. And I want to be able to give people that so that they can have a good experience, you know. That's the goal, but it's a lot of work. So I'm taking my time to do it. That's why I also mentioned in a vlog before that I was going to be dropping extra videos in a week. I've only dropped one so far, but like the others I want to drop is the ones about Jamaica. So hopefully, as I said, by next week we can do that, you know. A little tour at least. I don't know, maybe in the future. I think if I was to do a tour, I don't know, I feel like once I cross this first bridge with the itineraries, then I can think about that. Because also, if I was to do tours, I would have to have, I think I would have to have licensing for that, like tour guide licensing. Maybe I could do it with a tour company, but I don't really want to do that because I feel like it would make things unnecessarily expensive, and it would be nice to just do something that isn't so expensive, because Jamaica is an expensive island. Okay, it is expensive here. I don't even think Jamaicans themselves realize how expensive Jamaica is, but it's a very expensive place to visit. Hotels here are expensive, you know, because you see, I live in Jamaica, and some of the hotel rates that I see sometimes I thought were okay. Like when I saw, because business hotels in Jamaica range from like, they used to range from like late 90s to like 100 and something USD. No, they're like almost 200 USD to like $400. Business hotels, by the way. And when I say business hotels, I mean the ones in Kingston and some of them in Mobay, right? And I've gotten used to like that price point so much that when I see people talk about a hotel being like $200 a night, and that $200 a night being expensive, I'm like, oh, that's expensive. I didn't know that was expensive. I live in Jamaica where $200 a night is nice. You're like, $200 a night booking, but we don't get those prices often. Like all the hotels that are like low budget in Jamaica start at about 200 and something, and I'm talking about like low budget resorts that give inclusive stuff. They start at like $200 most of the time. So to us, we're like, ooh, $200, that's cheap. And then I see people saying, oh my god, that's so expensive. I'm like, is it? Because nice hotels here start at like $500, 500, 600. So I don't know. You'll be waiting your season at fans. Oh, thank you. I mean, we'll see. I just feel like it's a lot of pressure, but we will see. What app do you like for planning content? Planning? Honestly, I've been using Notion mostly now. Before I used to use, if you, are you talking about like my YouTube content, or are you talking about like as a social media manager? Because I feel like it's two kind of different things in a way. But for YouTube, I mostly use Notion because it gives me a very visual look of the things that I want to do to plan my series. I would definitely use Notion. That's what I've been using. So it would help me to kind of break up everything into parts. And I'm actually still learning how to maximize on Notion, but Notion is what I use mostly. Especially for scripting and listing and yeah, doing all of that. For visual stuff, I use Canva for visuals. What do you use to plan your life? I feel like you're so organized. Also, what do you do for work, marketing? First of all, I am not very organized, which is why I have to use Notion. I'm not organized at all. I have ADHD. That's number one. So being organized is not even in my vocabulary. And I know a lot of people on the internet now are like, oh my god, I have ADHD. Which I have a theory for that. I feel like that's why so many creators say that they have ADHD, because that's why they're creators, because we thrive on creativity and chaos. That's why so many YouTubers have that ADHD, because what else can you do? You can't work in corporate with ADHD. Hell no. I've tried. But no, I'm not organized at all, which is why I like Notion so much, because it gives me like even my YouTube right now, I have like a list of all the videos that I plan for like the month. So like I'm almost a month ahead. I kind of have an idea of like the content that I want to put out. I don't really script my vlogs. My vlogs aren't scripted. They kind of go with the flow, but in a way I still kind of, I might put pieces and parts of my week in one vlog and pieces and parts in another vlog, so that it's more cohesive and tell like maybe one story. And I use Notion for that, you know. And then I try to, for each of my vlogs, I try to think of different titles and, you know, decide on one, tags and things like that. So I use Notion for that. And yeah, Notion has been helping me a lot, because I'm a very visual person, so I have to be able to see things, you know. And I have to write things down. Even if I'm not like manually writing with a pen on paper, I have to type it out. Everything has to be typed out so I can see it. You asked me another question. What was the next question? What do you do for work? Yeah, marketing, social media. Yes, it's very overwhelming. It's very overwhelming. I get overwhelmed very easily, which is why I have to list everything. So even today, there are clips that I'm doing a homebody vlog. I've been filming 3 vlogs since last week, 3 vlogs at the same time, which might sound a lot, and it is, but it's not as overwhelming as it sounds, because when I'm filming, I'm only 3. When I'm filming, I'm only focused on that one vlog, right? So it's not as overwhelming as it sounds. But my point is, with like Notion, what I do, like last night, my brain works at night. I do a lot of my work at night. So last night, while my mind is racing, which is why you saw this live notification premiere went out last night. In Notion, I listed out everything that I wanted to film today for the homebody, because I have pieces and parts that I've been filming over the week, this last week, and I wanted to close out the vlog, right? And I was like, okay, so let me think about what I can film today that can go in a vlog that is themed around me being homey and just very chill. And that was just me, you know. I write out, you know, me making breakfast, me making coffee and talking about whatever it is that's on my mind in that moment, you know. And like I don't script it out, but I put it in like bullet points, so that I can remember the next morning, be like, okay, what did I say I want to do again? Because for me, it's outer sight, outer mind. You know, that's how ADHD works, right? If I'm not seeing something, I'm not going to remember it. So I have to write it down. I have to script out things. If I have things to do, I have to write a list of the things that I have to do, and I have to tick them off one. That's just how my brain works. It's really, really bad, and it's gotten bad, even worse since COVID. So yeah, that's how I found out I had ADHD, which is funny because doctors have always suspected me since I was little. But I think you know how the world is. People are more open to things now and kind of have more knowledge on the different you know. So yeah, I found out, was it last year that I found out, or year before, some time ago. And I was supposed to do like a proper test though, but my therapist already told me, she's like, yeah, but you can do a test to you know. But honestly, I already know. Like, so do I have anxiety as well? In certain situations like this live. But I think I'm good at masking. Notion is overwhelming. I think it is overwhelming, but you know what, I've approached it with an open mind, and I didn't try to figure out all the little ways how Notion works right off the bat. What I've done is kind of treated Notion just like how I treated my notes app on my laptop, because initially I used to just use my notes app, and my phone and my laptop are linked, and I would just make my list on my phone while my mind is grinding, you know, make the list, and then I'll be able to see that on my laptop. But now having Notion, I can put everything in one place, and I treat it kind of like how I treat my notes app, right? And then now once I feel like I've gotten a rhythm with it, then I will start watching like maybe more videos on Notion on how to like maximize the work that I do on there. So like I take it with baby steps. So I feel like if you try to go into Notion full throttle, it's gonna be overwhelming. Take baby steps. That's how I live my life, in baby steps. Because that's how my brain functions. Like if I like, even this YouTube journey, where I remember when I was reading like my list of goals to you guys in that video, right? If I was to say, oh my god, okay, I want to make like if I was to list my goals and say I want to get 10,000 subscribers in a year, but I didn't take the time to list out those little things of how I get to those 10,000 subscribers, that's overwhelming, right? Like if you just say, yeah, I'm gonna get 10,000 subscribers at the end of the year, bam, goal number 1. Goal number 2, I'm gonna put out 8 videos every month, bam. That's overwhelming, is it not? But if I make that list, and then under each point, now I'm gonna go and say, all right, under the list of making 8 videos a week, I go underneath it and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do 4 vlogs, and then those 4 vlogs are already kind of I've kind of had a rhythm with those, and then the 4 extra videos I'm gonna do are gonna be short talking videos that are easier to edit than my vlogs. I'm kind of just talking to the camera straight, just like this live right now, and I just have to edit bam 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 bam. If I do it that way now, it becomes less overwhelming. And then after I list out those things, then under the list that says 4 vlogs, I then go back in that under that point, and I'm like, okay, 4 vlogs. Then I list out what each vlog is gonna be like, and then after I list out what each vlog is gonna be like, then I go back to the top, and I'm like, I go back to the top of these 4 vlogs, and I'm like, okay, the first vlog is gonna be about this. That's how I approach it. So it's like I break everything down. That's how I have to approach things, because if I don't break it down and list things down and break it down to the smallest, then you get overwhelmed. So if you find that you get overwhelmed by things, that's the way to approach it. It might seem a lot, but it gives the brain like little bite-sized pieces of things to do. And what happens is that when you break down those things like that and you give yourself bite-sized things to do, those bite-sized things lead up to the bigger picture. And then when you get that bigger picture done, you're like, oh my god, like that wasn't so hard, and you just tick it off, move on to the next, right? That's how I approach things. So maybe you can try approaching things that way, whether it is in work, in life, whatever it is. I think it's a good way of approaching things, because it makes you a little less anxious, make things seem a lot less overwhelming, and it makes things seem doable. Because I think a lot of the times for me, if I get overwhelmed, I'm not going to do something because I just feel like, oh my god, like I don't know where to start, you know. When are you coming to St. Lucia? Oh my god, I want to come to St. Lucia so bad. St. Lucia is one of my favorite islands in terms of like just what I've seen, like vlogs and stuff that I see. It's so beautiful. Oh my god, I want to come to St. Lucia. I have to. It's on my list. I have to come to St. Lucia, Antigua, and where else did I say I wanted to go? St. Lucia, Antigua, was it Dominica? But Dominica, I feel like it's really hard to get to. Like there's a lot of connecting flights and boats and things like that, no? Or am I tripping? But I definitely want to come to St. Lucia. So bad. But St. Lucia seems like it's expensive. Is it expensive? Or no? Or is it just the hotels that are expensive? My not so great dating stories, girl. Absolutely not. There is no way I am going to air that online for people to pick apart. Okay? Nah. And then people will be able to like read between the lines and be like, wait, is it this person? Is it not? Nah, Kingston too small, my love. Kingston is too small, and unfortunately the people I talk to or I used to talk to are, I don't want to say they're public figures, but people know them. They're known people. So I can't talk about that. People can read between the lines. Bite-sized wins also boost your confidence and mood. Absolutely. I agree. It's cheaper to come through St. Lucia to get to the, oh, so you can, okay, that's interesting. I'm just being, what? But yeah, I definitely want to come to St. Lucia. Like every time I see somebody I know go to St. Lucia, I'm like, wow, I'm jealous. And I want to go to Antigua because I have family that lives there and they have a house there. So I've always wanted to go because I have a sibling, a step sibling that lives there, and my sibling is always there. So I'm like, I want to go there when they're there to kind of experience life like a local there. And it's so small. I can't imagine what it's like living on an island that small. Like a lot of people think Jamaica is small, which it is, but it's not as small as you would think. Because St. Lucia, I think not St. Lucia, I think Antigua, you can get from one side of the island to the next in less than an hour, like maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Jamaica, that's from Portmore to Kingston. Okay? In Jamaica, one side of the island to the next is probably like 6 hours if you're driving straight, no stops, or less. But that's if you're not stopping at all, like you just straight, no traffic, you know. The hotels are expensive. Yeah, Airbnb is the best way to go, I figure, because I know lots of people go to Jade Mountain. That's what it's called, right? Jade Mountain, and it's gorgeous, but I know it's expensive. But of course I would definitely be looking at like other places. If like, you know, I was making a plan to go, I would do the research to figure out the best hotels to check out. I want to experience more Caribbean islands. Me too. And a lot of people that don't live in the Caribbean don't know this, but it's actually expensive to travel in the Caribbean. Because every time I meet people, like even in North America, like my friends and stuff, and we talk about like me living here, and they're like, oh, so what other Caribbean islands have you been to? And I'm like, none. Well, I mean, I went to DR recently, but that was a first, and that's because we now have straight flights to DR and they're super cheap, right? The flights to DR are cheaper than a hotel room here in Jamaica. Okay, I don't know if I can get a hotel room for the price that the tickets are, but Yeah, it's very expensive to travel. Like, into Caribbean is very expensive. It's gotten better though because we have a lot more airlines, but I can get a flight to Toronto cheaper than maybe me going to the Caribbean islands over to my right, you know, to the west side of the island. I mean the Caribbean. It's very expensive. Because a lot of the times I don't spend more than like $300 on a ticket to Canada, to Toronto. It's very cheap. I saw a question. Would you ever move to another country in the future? You know what's funny? People used to ask me this all the time and I used to say no. I used to say no because I never ever saw a country that interested me enough to move from Jamaica. The only thing I've ever thought about was maybe staying in a country for a couple months, like Colombia. I love Colombia so much. Like, it's my favorite place I've ever been to. And I thought about staying there for like the entirety of my visa before, you know. That was actually the plan when I went there the first time, to stay. So that's the only place I've ever seen. But no, there are other countries that I've looked at that I've thought that I think I could live here. But I don't know if it would be permanently though. Maybe for a few years. I know I would miss Jamaica though, so I would probably be back and forth if I was to move. But if I moved, y'all would be so mad. You'll be like, come back to Jamaica with the vlogs them right now. You know, I've thought about that. I think I said it earlier, like if I moved or if I went to a country for like a couple months, you guys would be over it. You want the Jamaica vlogs back, right? If I'm serious about the prices, yes, I'm so serious. So serious. So serious. As I said, my flight to, because sometimes even DR is an hour away from, where did I fly out of Kingston, right? DR is at about an hour's flight, and sometimes the tickets go up to like 400 something USD round trip. I can get a cheaper ticket to Toronto, and Toronto is 4 hours. 4 hours away. I don't know what it is. I always find cheap tickets. My mother never have that luck, but I always get some cheap tickets. Every time I fly, I spend less than 400 USD on my ticket to Toronto. Every single time. Every time. And it's not hard. Like, I find them like that. And they're straight flights. I cannot see myself living in any other country than here in St. Lucia. Maybe temporary, but my heart is the same. Yeah, that's the way I felt too about Jamaica. Because honestly, there's only one country that I now, in like the last year and a half, where I can possibly see myself live. As I said, I don't know if it would be permanent, but at least for a few years. And that is not even anywhere in this part of the world. You know, because I have a lot of family in Canada, and they ask me all the time. My friends ask me like, would you move here, would you move here? And I honestly would not. I don't even think I have thought about it, but not considered it. You know what I mean? I thought about it because I'm constantly being asked by family and friends, but I wouldn't want to live there. So I feel like it depends on like maybe the more you know about different countries, because it was like that for me, because nowhere in this hemisphere interests me enough for me to move away from Jamaica like for an extended period of time in this side of the world. Not North America, not South America, but I definitely could see myself in Colombia for at least a few months and come back. And Canada and just North America is not the best right now. Yep, things aren't going great. Land about to get worse. I meant to move to Jamaica, my sister and I. Yep, like it's not like me personally, if I was to move to North America, it would be Canada. It wouldn't be the US. I don't really, you know, it's not really my cup of tea. But I still wouldn't move to North America in general. Like, Never say never no though, because I don't know what will happen in the future, and as I say, I have a lot of family there, but I definitely don't. If I was to move there, I'd probably be there for like only a few months and then go somewhere else. Like I don't see myself living there. No, and that's completely understandable. I feel like island life is really nice, and it's funny because a lot of people that live in the islands sometimes don't see it, you know. And that's how it is. People live in the city and they don't like city life anymore. They want to move to the islands, and people that live in the islands want to move to the cities. It's how it is, you know. Island life is nice, so I completely understand. I mean, if I lived in St. Lucia, damn, St. Lucia is nice. St. Lucia is beautiful, so it's on my list. It's gorgeous. Like, I love the landscape and how the mountains just I don't even know if you call that cascading, because I feel like it just whoop, and down into the sea. Like, it's very interesting. I just came from my garden planting carrots and peppers. I can't do that in the... Yep, that's a thing too, right? And then seasonal fruits, tropical fruits. Like, can you imagine having to eat those imported stuff? I would die. I am that person. When I go there, I look at my friends and my family, and I'm just like, me? Could never. I am that person. I can't eat the mangoes there because the mangoes are not good, because they have to ship them while they're not ripe. And I'm just like, the oranges, don't like it, because they have the, you know, the oranges. I don't like those oranges. I like the green oranges. The green and yellow oranges, the tropical ones that we get in the Caribbean and South America. Love those. So the fruits, I don't eat a lot of fruits when I travel to North America, because it's just not the same. It's not the same. And I eat a lot less meat when I go to North America as well, because the meat is just it's not for me. It just tastes different. It tastes weird. You guys want to switch places for a day? Nope. I'm sorry. Definitely not. But I mean, have you ever been here? Patricia, right? Have you ever been to Jamaica? I don't remember if you did say that you've ever been here. But you know what? It's just how it is, you know? Because there's a lot of Jamaicans that want to leave, and I can understand. I feel like a lot of Jamaicans that want to leave, I mean, I understand some of them, because I understand why they think they want to leave, but a lot of them I don't think realize that it's a lot of the places that they're trying to go to aren't what they think it is. You know what I mean? And then they leave and they're like, okay, I want to come back home, and I'm like, yeah. But I understand, you know, grass looks greener sometimes. But I think what's good about, at least for myself, I understand what I have here in Jamaica. So even if I do leave Jamaica, I know what I have here. So I'm not leaving because, like, I can never see myself leaving Jamaica because I think somewhere is better, in a way where I view Jamaica in a negative light. Because I feel like a lot of people leave because of that. I don't see Jamaica in a negative light. I love this country a lot, and I try to kind of show that through my vlogs, you know. So if I was to leave, it wouldn't be because, it wouldn't be a Jamaica problem, you know what I mean? It would be a more me problem, or me wanting to experience something else. Like, even with me in Colombia, I love Colombia, but I don't love it because it's like better than Jamaica or something like that. I love it for what Colombia is, you know, and how I feel there. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. The fruits have no taste. Yeah, it tastes weird. And you know what grinds my gear sometimes when I see people overseas, they're like, oh, I don't drink coconut water because coconut water tastes nasty. I'm like, do you not like coconut water because all you've known is coconut water out of a tin or a bottle? Maybe that's why you think it's nasty, because yeah, those taste nasty. You would never catch me drinking coconut water out of like those big company brands. It has to come from like some small, I don't know, small brand. Or Origin is the only big brand, because they're under True Juice. They're the only ones I would drink from, because that's real coconut water. And I'm like, people like you is because you have never had real coconut water. That's the problem. I worked at Sugar Beach for 10 years. Wait, where is that? Like in Jamaica? Hi, bestie. Oh, my bestie is here. Hi. The avocados are big. Yeah, they taste different. Very different. And they're fresh. They don't really have much taste. The ones that I've had overseas. Every year. Okay, so you've been here. I was born in Jamaica but left for Canada when I was 3, so basically Canadian. Okay, understandable. I have a lot of family in Canada. Grass is greener where you water it. Yep. It is. You can't even see the... I know my family has been complaining about all the snowstorms over there, and I can't... What can I say? The only thing I'm worried about right now is the rain. As you guys can see, it's very gloomy. No snow over here. It is pretty warm though. So blow some breeze. Blow some breeze, come. Could take the breeze. Yes, Origin is really good. Origin is one of my favorite. Like their orange juice is good. Their oat milk is... Was it oat milk that they have? I think I've tried the oat milk, and their coconut water is really good. Because it's like real, like you can taste that it's squeezed from the actual fruit, and it doesn't have a bunch of things in it. Because most of those coconut waters on the market, it tastes like the coconut water that you taste in those like packaging tastes like they add sugar to them, and like it tastes like it's diluted with sugar, and it's nasty. It's ugh. It's gross. Come come home. Well, she said she'll be back, right? She'll be back. I don't blame you though. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Because at the same time, you know, there are a lot of Jamaicans that want to leave because, you know, things could be a little easier, which is understandable. Can't knock them, right? But at the same time, I feel like a lot of people don't realize what they have here. Yeah. I am glad that I can offer something to you, you know? I'm very glad. It's so funny because I feel like the amount of Canadians that are finding my vlogs is increasing, which is nice. I don't know if it's because I have Canadian vlogs on my channel, so it's like pushing to that country, but it's nice. Most of the people that watch my vlogs are based in North America. I think only 30% of the people that watch my videos are based in Jamaica. 30 or less. Oh, that means so much to me. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm very glad. Listen, whenever people tell me that they like my videos because they're calm, and they like my music choices because it's calm, that makes me very happy, because that's what I want, you know? I was saying earlier, I don't know if some of you guys are in the live earlier when I was talking about this, but I remember when I was transitioning the type of music that I was adding to my vlogs, and I was thinking like, people are probably not going to like this because it's so boring. They're gonna be like, oh, elevator music. But it's what I like, and I think it helps me to kind of give the kind of calm vibes that I want people to feel from watching my videos. No matter if I'm like out at a party or something in one of the vlogs, like I still want it to give some sense of calm, you know? because I feel like a lot of the times too, when people watch content coming out of the island, it's either very chaotic or very, I don't know, you know. So I kind of want people to see like a different side and like a calmer side to life here, because I feel like life in Jamaica is calm in a way, you know, like the everyday is pretty calm. Guys, I've been on this live for 75 minutes. But this was fun. I did not plan on staying here so long. I was probably gonna do like 30 minutes, but I think I did very well today. Thank you all for watching. Are there any last minute questions before we say goodbye? Right? I don't mind though, I don't mind. I like to talk. Do you guys not realize I like to talk? I love chat. I've always been a yapper. Always. That is why I literally dedicate an extra video a week so I can chat. Do you not understand this? Because I don't want to bore people in the vlogs with my chatting. So I was like, let me do a video that is just dedicated to chatting. Hello, Phil. Is that supposed to be lovely or bubbly? I don't know. Are you in Kingston? Technically, no. I am not in Kingston. Phil, you don't watch my vlogs. That's what that question is telling me, Mr. Phil. But if you guys don't have if you guys don't have any more questions, I went to Port Antonio. Port Antonio is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I miss Portland so much. I miss living in Portland sometimes. That was such an interesting chapter of my life. I lived in Portland for 2.5 years because I was at school. 2.5 years. Who would have thought the city girl would live in the country for 2.5 years? But I loved it. It was so good. It was lovely. Because I basically lived by the sea, and my dorm was like on where my dorm was. I could see the sea from my bedroom windows. It was lovely. Like I was just overlooking the sea, and I could see there's this little island where my school is located is right on the sea, and there's this little island that is just a swim away, and I could see all of that from my bedroom window. It's lovely. And then at nights I could see the divers and their lights in the water at night. Like, isn't that the best? And then Portland is so quiet and calm and very safe too. Very, very safe. I don't know how Portland is now in terms of, I mean, honestly, most places outside of Kingston Bay are pretty safe generally, because it's just a lot, it's more rural, you know. Cities come with violence, okay? I don't know why people don't understand that. Because somebody emailed me and they were telling me that they wanted to stay in Jamaica for a couple months, and I don't remember the name of the person, and they told me they wanted to stay in Jamaica for a couple months. It's their first time, but they were told that Kingston, Montego Bay and St. Catherine are the most dangerous places, so they don't know if they should come there. And I was like, Kingston, Mobe, St. Catherine are the city areas. Of course the crime is going to be worse in the city. Isn't that technically how it is, like in everywhere you go? Do you think country people is living a better life? Okay, they don't. That's why it's very weird when you hear certain things happening in country in Jamaica, because it's just like, those are like the safe places. Like, what are you talking about? Wait, what? Thank you. Oh, you went to Port Antonio, Trelawney, Mobe, Negril. Oh, nice. So you're basically on the north coast. So you haven't been to the south. Negro 3 times. Sumfest. I've never been to Sumfest actually. I thought about it, but Sumfest is so crowded. I didn't know Case had all of that going on. People don't talk about there enough. Oh, trust me, like going, like I don't know what it's like now. I went to Case in 2012. I'm showing my age right now. I went to Case in 2012, I think. 2012, late 2012, I think. And I was there for 2.5 years. So I don't know. A lot of people still don't even know that school exists. You know, I feel like if you're not in that field, you don't know that that school it exists, you know, and that campus exists. But that, I love that I had that kind of college experience, because the campus is so big, and it's like a lot of, it's very hilly and stuff. You have the beach, right? I walked to the beach. It took me 5 minutes to walk to the beach, and it's like a private beach for just the students that live on campus, or you know. And there's 2 beaches on my campus, and then you can walk to the other campus, and they have their own beach. It's lovely. Really nice campus life, if you ask me. The only thing is that, you know, if you're like a city girl like me, you're gonna have to bring some things with you there, you know. But overall, it's lovely, and life there is a lot cheaper than in Kingston. But it's really nice. Yeah, definitely. Because a lot of the people that work in agriculture would have passed through Case, you know. And I know people that work at RADA right now, people that work at Twitnam, the fishing people. I know vets that are practicing right now. A lot of my vet friends went to Case, you know. So it's, you know, Case produces some pretty important people. Let's just put it that way. Some really important people to society. Forestry, yep. And people don't even know that. But some pretty important people. Thank you for the live. You're welcome. When I chat me out, but I need to go. Plus my phone's dying. And yeah, we're gonna have to figure out this landscape thing, because we need to be able to have the videos this way without you guys twisting your phones or breaking the necks. We can't have that. We cannot have that. Any last questions? Speak fast or forever hold a peace. Speak fast or forever hold your peace. Plus, it's kind of getting dark too, guys, and I'm using a natural light at my window. It looks like it's gonna rain. I hope it rains, because it's been very hot. But anyways, guys, I'll see you on Monday. When's the next chat? I don't know. Whenever I can build up some courage again to come and talk freely on a live. But what I will do though is try to plan ahead, so that people can know ahead of time, which is gonna be very hard because I'm such a spontaneous person. I'm very spontaneous, so we will see. But I'll try to give you guys a heads up. I think on the weekend would be the best though, right? I would think so. On the weekend, maybe a Saturday or Sunday evening. But maybe I could try doing one once a month, but that's a very big commitment. Don't I will let you guys know. I'll let you guys know when. But I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the chit chat. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I think this was my longest live, by myself at least. Now see you guys on Monday. Hope you guys have a really good rest of your weekend. Tomorrow is Sunday. Oh, I wanted to mention this. If there's anybody in that's still watching that is in Kingston and you have a pet, you have a dog, or you like animals, tomorrow is a pop-up dog park in Constant Spring. It's being put on by this pet brand called Happy Tails. It's an acquaintance of mine that owns the brand, and they're doing like a pop-up dog park in at Immaculate tomorrow from 12 to 6 p.m. Should be really fun. There's also there's gonna be like a, I think like a little park for the dogs done by True Pet Food, and for the adults CPJ is also sponsoring, so you can get drinks and food and just chill out, which I think it's lovely because I know some people will say that, you know, Jamaica don't need these things or it's not important, but I do see the discourse online about having more green spaces for people and their pets, and I think it's important because it does a lot for the mental health than a lot of people realize. And it's nice to have something like this where you can actually socialize your pets, because a lot of Jamaican pets unfortunately are only confined to their homes. But anyways, if you're interested, you can go. Even if you don't have a pet and you like animals, you can go, because you can just get a drink, chill out, pet dogs, have fun. But I'll see you guys on Monday in the next vlog. I don't know which vlog I'm gonna post yet. I have 2 to choose from, but I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye bye. Actually, don't know. Wait, I don't know how to end my live. Bye guys.